Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, I'm John and I'm back with another video on my channel, Musings of a Marine. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Had a serious thunderstorm last night with tornado warnings, but thankfully to my knowledge, nothing bad happened. But anyways, that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about travel vlogs. I love watching them. Especially if they're flights to the Philippines. I like to learn about the aircraft. I like to see what it's like at the airports that the people go to. And of course, these flights generally are flights to the Philippines or from one city in the Philippines to the next. So it's pretty cool to see how all of that works. So when you ever go to one of these airports, you could maybe get a better idea of what to expect and what they look like. Love General Santos Airport because it's all blue. That's my favorite color. So anyways, enjoy seeing stuff like that. But I wanted to talk about one thing in particular, and this was a little bit of a different twist on these videos. I don't recall who the vlogger is who made this video. But anyways, him and his wife live in the city of Chico in California. And they were heading to San Francisco Airport to fly to Manila on PEL from San Francisco. And the video turned out to be nothing about the flight and pretty much about the travel from Chico to the airport. And I still enjoyed the video. I thought it was a good video because that's a part of California I've never seen before. I love geography and seeing what places throughout the world look like. So I enjoyed the video. And, I heard of Chico State only because I knew they had a university there. And anyways, so they make their trek on down and said it was about a 3 to 4 hour drive, but they made a stop along the way, which to most people would logically make absolutely no sense. But if you're a Filipino, I believe it would make perfect sense. On the way to the airport, they stopped in Daly City. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Daly City, California, it's a suburb of San Francisco, sits just south of the city, and it is probably, you could call it the Filipino capital of California. Okay? Even the mayor of the city, she is a Filipino American. So, there's all kinds of Filipinos there. And take a wild guess what restaurant they went to when they stopped in Daly City. Yes, Jollibee, okay? You are about, here's this couple, they're about to fly to a country that has, thousands of Jollibees. That might be an exaggeration, but you know what I mean, all over the place. And if they live in the Metro Manila area when they're over there, and maybe that's where they're from, obviously they're going to have no problem finding a Jollibee. But what do they do before they go to the airport to fly to the Philippines? They have lunch at a Jollibee, okay? I thought that was so funny that they would go to Daly City, and perhaps they went there because that's where the Jollibee was. But then, of course, eat at Jollibee before they went to the country that is the land of Jollibees. So I just got a kick out of that, and it just absolutely amazes me, just how loyal that Filipinos are to their brand and to their people. And this is just one example. But when I mapped out, and I like to do this because I love geography and maps, I mapped out the best way to get from Chico, California to San Francisco, Oakland International Airport. Daly City would not be on my itinerary if I was taking the shortest drive to the airport. It is out of the way. Okay? it is not the part of the direct trip from Chico to the airport, not whatsoever. But it may have been the only place in the area that had a Jollibee. Therefore, they had to stop there, I guess, because right around the airport, they could have gone to Raising Cane's, Wendy's, McDonald's, Jack in the Box. Yeah, they have them out there. And they could have gone any one of those places and had some of the similar foods. But no, they went to the Jollibee, and of course, they got the Chicken Joy. Now, I'm not here to endorse Jollibee or their Chicken Joy, but it is good chicken. I know, I've had it. And but it just finds just consider it comical that they would do something like that. But that is Filipino culture. And if you love the Philippines as I do and their people, you embrace it and you laugh about it. And a lot of them will laugh with you too. This is in no way me trying to criticize Filipinos or their culture, but it just amazes me sometimes how loyal they are to their people and their brand. Oh, if so-and-so is in a movie and they've got Filipino blood in them, oh, you got to watch that movie. You know, that's how Filipinos think. You know, Journey was not a popular band in the Philippines till Arnel Pineda became their lead singer. Then all of a sudden you had millions of people in the Philippines who loved the band Journey. So that is the few examples there that I can give already to just how loyal Filipinos are, when it comes to things like that. Now, I want to finish this video with one other story that kind of applies to this. Back in 2013, when my wife and I were visiting my brother-in-law, Ali, and Ali, you probably never knew that I felt this way, but you're going to learn today if you're watching. When we went to Rome, and of course that second day when we got out of the Vatican and we did the tour of the Pope Mobile Museum and we saw the Sistine Chapel and all these wonderful things there, we were walking out of the compound, if you will, out of the Vatican, and we ran into a Filipino lady, and she told us she had a restaurant a block over. So we went over and we had food, and we had our lunch at her restaurant. That was great. I even got to have a San Miguel beer with my lunch and had some chop suey, which was good. Unfortunately, though, for me, I thought that when in Rome, maybe we could go out to a nice Italian restaurant and have some real good Italian food. But oh no. This lady happened to mention she had a restaurant in another location in the city. So where did my wife and her brother want to go? To the other restaurant. And when we got there, it was packed. There wasn't even a table available, nothing. And I wasn't too happy about it, I must confess, because I thought, hey, when in Rome, do like the Romans, not like the Filipinos, right? But we went there, and I thought the whole thing was kind of ridiculous because there was so many people in there, mostly Filipinos, because if you don't know this about Rome, there's a lot of Filipinos that live there. And in our case, on that trip, thank God, because most Italians don't speak that good of English, if at all, and Filipinos do, and they helped, Filipinos showed us or told us where stuff was and how to get there better than any of the Italians did. So anyway, but getting back to what I'm talking about here, I ended up just waiting outside on the city street and waiting for them to do whatever they were doing in there. I don't know if they just got halo dessert in there. I don't recall, but to me, it was kind of ridiculous to want to go into this place and wait in this long line with people shoulder to shoulder just so you could get some Filipino stuff. But that's how Filipinos think. Loyal to their brand, loyal to their people. And, I just went back to the hotel that night because it was hotter than blazes. If you ever been to Rome in August, it's hot. It gets around 100 degrees. And I just chilled out at the hotel. I had sprained my ankle on some cobblestones by the Coliseum anyway, so I kind of wasn't feeling going around the city that evening. But anyway, I just thought it was a funny story about this travel vlog and then related my own experience about it. You know, that trip to Rome was ancient history, and I don't have any anger about it or bitterness or anything like that. Bro, if you're watching, don't worry about it, okay? But at the time, I thought I would maybe want to have a nice Italian dinner, and it didn't work out. But anyways, that's all I wanted to share with you. I forgot who did this vlog, but they did a great job. I love their trip from Chico to Daly to the airport. And as Di and I look and price out flights to Iloilo and back, and we're going to fly to Cebu this time instead of landing in Manila. And as I look at these flights and price them out, there is one that I like that very well may put us in San Francisco's airport on the way home. And if it happens, great. Love to check it out, see what that airport's all about. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'm John. God bless. Semper Fi. And we will see you soon.